And you're doing a concert in Thousand Oaks at the
Yes.
Civic Center, and it's about Mel Torme's California Suite.
That is a big part of this show, absolutely. This is such
What
a
is
special
this?
thing. You know, we're a very family-oriented family. You know, even though we're very kind of Hollywood in its heyday, we're a very family-oriented family. And with Father's Day, you know, kind of just passing and whatever, they're doing this incredible show, kicking off in Thousand Oaks. And what makes the California
kicking off,
speech?
we can see it it might be going all over.
Absolutely.
Ah,
and what's
great.
really amazing and important about this is, first of all, the California Suite was a really big piece of music, but it was a jazz piece, almost done in that classical style that a big suite would be done in. So that's really kind of important. But what's really cool, and I think very heartwarming about this, is that the great Marty Page of the Marty Page Dectet was the original arranger on that California Suite. And now it's the 50-year anniversary of the California Suite being recorded, and now James is singing it.
Your brother,
And
James.
guess who's conducting it? Marty Page's son, David.
So you all went into music.
We all went into it, and David himself is just overly accomplished, Grammy, Emmy winner, the whole thing. And so it's just these two families coming together again to celebrate California and jazz and music and standards. And that's the other half of the concert, is just these wonderful standards that,
Did
that
you
my
know
dad
each
made
other?
famous.
Did you know each other as children?
Not so much. I mean, the families have known each other
Right.
forever, but there is definitely, and I'm sure you know this, Joan, having been in and around the business for so long, there's a real kinship between the children of people. And I remember meeting Peggy Lee's daughter, never met her before, but it was like seeing my cousin. Do you know what I mean?
Right. I went to school with her.
Oh, did
Yeah,
you?
Barbara. Right?
Fantastic.
Barbara was her father.
I was lucky enough to interview her, and indeed her daughter, when I was doing some KCET work with Peggy Lee.
Oh,
So
that's great.
yeah, so we all feel like cousins, and that's really
So
neat.
part of this California Suite, this is another
That's the
one
original
This is the
recording.
original one that
And
your
here's the
father
Marty
did.
Page right
And
here.
these were the two.
Yeah.
But
It's an amazing, wonderful piece of music.
the New West Symphony.
That's right.
It's a
This
quintet. What is it? A quintet?
No, the New West Symphony is a full orchestra
Oh, it's a
that's
full
going to be doing the
orchestra.
Thousand Oaks concert, and then within the California Suite, there's a vocal group. So for those people that might remember my dad's Meltone group, Mel Torme and the Meltones,
Yes.
you're going to get those sort of 5-part harmonies and 4-part harmonies in there a little bit too, which give it that, you know, that real swing feeling.
And you're singing.
You
Are you
never
singing in
know.
that?
You never know when I might get up there and sing a few notes. You just never know.
Oh, but you were a soprano, right?
I've been a little bit of everything.
were.
Again, you know, depends on how much drinking I did the night before.
Do you miss London at all?
I miss London, but I make a point of getting back there.
Is your mother still there?
Yep, my mother's still there. She lives in the countryside down in West Sussex, and I do go back for long chunks and not only spend time with her and family there, but all my high school friends. You know, you go to boarding
I
school,
know.
and trust me, these are close friends.
I know. As a performer and singing and voiceover and acting and everything that you do, what's your favorite medium?
Spotlight.
I mean, being in the spotlight. Is that right?
Well,
Being in
only
the-
because that's an impossible question for me to answer.
I love that.
mean, there is a very serious acting side of me that loves the Shakespeare and really the more serious stuff, and then there's the sort of more vaudevillian side, and this is how we all are in our family. I mean, you know, Christmas time is always a struggle of no me, and in the best way. In the best way.
What about with your brother? Do you sing the two of you together?
Oh yeah, I mean we're
Are
constantly
you like pushing each other out of the way?
We're doing bits all the time. We're incredibly close. James and I are really close, and we had the England experience together,
Yeah.
and we went back and forth as really little kids 3 times a year, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and that's a lot of international travel with your siblings. So
Yeah.
as a result, we have, I mean, everything's an inside joke or a look, or we just know how to read each other that way really
But
well.
it's so great because your father was married a lot of times and did have different families, right? So
Yeah.
it's nice to hear you talk about your father being so identified with you and your brother.
But we're all, all of my siblings, no matter who our mother is.
Is that right?
All of our, yeah, we're all really close, and we love each other a lot,
that's so great.
and we communicate with each other all the time. And you know, like I said, my brothers are sports freaks like I am, so I always know that after a big UCLA win, I have a bunch of people I can call that will know just where my enthusiasm is coming from.
We have to say SC before we leave. But anyway, thank you.
Beg your pardon, Joan. Go Bruins.
Thanks a lot for being with us.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure.
And don't go away. We'll be right back with author Ellen Sandler. Iowa, with a Bachelor of Science from Syracuse and a Master of Fine Arts from the American Institute of Film, American Film Institute, AFI. Author Ellen Sandler has worked as a writer, producer for more than 25 network TV comedies, including ABC's long-running series Coach. Ellen was nominated for an Emmy for the CBS hit Everybody Loves Raymond, and I have a picture of her on that set. Her book, The TV Writer's Workbook, tells it all. Welcome. Do you teach all the things in your book at SC? Because you are on the staff at SC, right?
I am joining the staff this
joining
fall.
the staff.
Yes,
yeah.
It's my first foray into academia.
Oh, good.
I have taught for a number of years. I've taught adults, but this is the first time I'm actually teaching students who are getting a degree.
So you're going to be in the cinema and
I have to give them
school,
a grade.
Right? You have to give them a grade.
Yes, I've never had to give a grade before.
But will you be teaching screenwriters what to do?
I'll be teaching writers how to do what I know how to do.
Any kind of writers? What do we call them?
Anybody?
Screenwriters. What's different from a screenwriter, a writer? Script.
Well, TV writers. My career has been in television. I think it's you follow the same dream, you follow the same impulse, and every script that you write has to have some basic structural elements that are the same, whether you're writing a play, which is where I started, or a screenplay or a television show. But each one has its own special, unique demands, and so you adapt. But
you're saying that you're going to be on the faculty at USC, but in the meantime you've been doing conferences where you have been teaching the same thing. Is that where you talk about the adults?
Yeah,
more or less.
Those are people who are already started their careers or just beginning to start their careers, but they are out of school. They're not students.
So one of the things in the book, this book, the TV
thank you for
writers,
holding that up.
the TV Writer's Workbook, which is really complex and easy to follow.
Oh, good.
I mean, it's compact, I should say, compact rather than complex, but easy to follow.
Good. I'm glad it's easy to follow. I hope for that.
There are so many things in here. One of the things, and you worked as a script doctor.
Yeah.
What's that? What is a script doctor?
Well, I take the temperature of the room.
Yeah, really.
A script doctor is essentially a coach, the way I do it. I work with people who come to me for help with their material. I like to get in on the ground floor. I think that you get the most bang for your buck if you come to me really early in your process.
Oh, anyone can come to you and you help them with it? Oh, I see.
Yeah. Well, they have to pay me.
No, but I mean, it's that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's like
They
just
hire me.
going, oh, I see. I didn't realize that. I thought studios, I would send my script to the studio and they didn't like it, so they call you in to change it. That's not it?
Well, that would be a second writer. I could be hired as a writer by a producer to rewrite a script. That would be somewhat different. Or they might bring me in. A producer might bring me in to talk about how we can improve the script. That is a possibility, and I have done that. But primarily, writers come to me with their work, and I help them develop their idea and create the structure for their story.
So it's like a tutor in a way.
I call it a coach, maybe because I
coach?
have a jacket from Coach which says Coach.